We have a 4-year-old MPC, positive LOC, intubated at the scene,
Okay.
2 IVs, vital signs are stable. We should
Make that a trauma alert.
We're very pleased that Children's Medical Center Dallas has been named a Level 1 Trauma Center, and this is an incredible achievement.
To become a Level 1 Trauma Center, you must have 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week, multidisciplinary coverage for taking care of trauma patients. You must have a research program that looks at trauma initiatives. You must have an injury prevention program, and you must provide education both to the community as well as to other healthcare professionals.
The process is that we're evaluated by the American College of Surgeons, who set the guidelines for trauma centers. We've met all of the standards that they have set for trauma centers, again at the highest level, the Level 1 status. And then those recommendations have been reviewed by the state of Texas, and the Department of Health Services at the state have agreed with the recommendations of the American College of Surgeons and gone on to give us the Level 1 designation.
The American College of Surgeons doesn't just hand out Level 1 designation willy-nilly. There was a lot of planning, a lot of work on many people's parts.
It's very unusual for a children's hospital, a children's specialty hospital, to make the commitment to trauma that we have made. In the United States now, there is only 14 other trauma centers, and none of those are in the Southwest.
The other nearest pediatric trauma centers are in Denver, Colorado, Los Angeles, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati and Columbus in Ohio. We've done this because it was the right thing to do. This hospital has a commitment to caring for all children in the community, and they've made a commitment that they're going to do it at the absolute highest level. And to do that, you really must address what is the #1 threat to children's lives. If you take children between the age of 1 and 14, the major reason that they die is a traumatic event. And so Children's has recognized that and said it's our responsibility to serve this community and to provide for the #1 killer of children in that age group.
37-3, Timpana.
Last year we saw almost 1,400 kids that were admitted to the hospital for trauma care.
And our numbers are going up about 8 to 10% per year, which slightly outpace the growth of the North Texas corridor. So we certainly anticipate growth of the program over the next few years as the North Texas corridor increases, and we may see a few more patients. But in essence, we've been the go-to place in the community for quite some time.
Without a trauma center in this area, there would be no place for injured children to go to be adequately taken care of. If that child went to an adult trauma center, they may not have the equipment, they don't have the expertise, they are not aware of the research that sets us apart in being able to provide the best care for kids. Whether you are in Highland Park or if you are in Oklahoma, kids come here to be cared for.
When it's known that a child has a severe traumatic injury, that's communicated into the trauma center, and a series of pages go out. And a team is assembled usually before the arrival of a child, and that team is multidisciplinary and includes general surgeons, trauma surgeons, anesthesiologists, neurosurgeons, orthopedists, emergency medicine physicians, and at the same time, the radiology department is ready to receive a critical injured patient, the ICU is being ready to receive a critically injured patient, and the operating room is being put on standby in case that child needs an urgent operation.
What I'm feeling? No? How about here?
Don't move your head, sweetheart.
How about right here?
And so it's really the coordination of all those services at one point in time for that one child that may need the facilities.
And that is absolutely unique to a Level 1 pediatric trauma center. The trauma clinic is one of the things that really sets us apart as a trauma center for kids. We have a multidisciplinary group of providers that come once a week: neuropsychology, neurosurgery, orthopedics, general surgery, pain management, social work, financial services, pastoral care.
Brace. The care that's provided these children is very well organized and orchestrated, and we communicate a great deal on a personal basis to ensure that we're all on the same page in managing the children.
Many of our children come from very rural areas of North Texas, and if it weren't for this clinic, they would have to come back many, many times to see each one of those providers individually at different clinics.
Our research program really is an integral part of the Level 1 trauma status, and it's one of the things that's required, and it's one of the things that really is our mission. And our research program really has two components to it. One is to critically and scientifically look at the things that we're doing. Are there ways that we can push the bar and continue to improve our care given every day? The second aspect of our research program, at a scientific level, getting to the bottom of why injuries happen in our community.
If we can, as a hospital, reach out to the community and inform them about wearing your helmet when you ride a bike or properly securing a child in a car seat, a lot of the tragedies that we see could certainly be diminished.
Another big piece of what we do as a Level 1 Trauma Center is education, so that we can teach our next generation of nurses, respiratory therapists, physicians, how to best take care of kids that are injured.
Tibia fracture is very obvious here on the bone.
The whole accreditation process is really about the quality of the care, and it's really about continued quality improvement. It's not enough to say we provide great care, but they want to see that you're critically examining the care that you deliver and that you're always looking for opportunities to improve.
You have a good, strong inguinal pulse.
To just be a Level 1 trauma center is not where we're going to stop. This is an ongoing, continuous process that will never end.
They're intubating at the scene.
It says to the people of Dallas that we have all the various disciplines wrapped around their child in this very difficult time.
The families, this is perhaps the worst day that they will have gone through or will ever face again, and that's when their child's injured. And that really tugs on you emotionally to try to set that aside and focus on saving that child's life.
There's really not an area of the hospital that has not played a role in attaining this accreditation, and everyone should be incredibly proud. Everybody in this hospital is going to care for trauma patients at some point in some capacity. They've demonstrated that they're going to do it at the absolute highest level, and they should take pride that they're unique.